It's safari morning. There is Safari Isabel. Let's see. Can you look over here? Ooh, let's see your pretty dress. First she's gonna drink. It's Isabel, Safari Isabel's dress. She's so fabulous. There's Safari Shanna, Ranger Shanna, and Safari Helen. Getting some sustenance before we head out into the jungle.
Yeah.
And then
Big Safari.
She's eating her birthday cookie.
Safari me, Rob.
The watering hole is a great gathering place for animals just because you come down here to get a drink. There's another black rhino up there too. You guys are in luck to see two of them out here today because they're so rare, their numbers have dwindled to about 3,600 on the entire African continent. They're really not sick. The hippopotamus down there. You'll notice they can't actually swim. They just either stand or walk on the bottom of the riverbed, coming up when they need a breath of air like that one just there. Right there. There's also a lot of bird species out here too. These are white-breasted cormorant working on some nests over here, and the pink-backed pelicans down here. The pink-backed pelicans are grouped, have enough food.
Hi.
Those Nile crocodile are much larger and also much more aggressive than their cousin American alligator.
There's your crocodile, Mom.
Simba 1, come in.
This is Simba 1, over.
Just wanted to let you know that my ground patrol has seen a lot of elephant activities in the red places.
Giraffe I can spot down here. I also see the Ankole cattle, so let's get down here and see if we can get a closer look. Here's the reticulated giraffe right over here, the tallest animal in the world. They get around 22 feet when they're fully grown. You can see some adolescents with them as well over there. We get refers to that kind of net like with us today. And here's the reticulated giraffe out here. You can see this one up nice and close here.
No, I want a picture. I just did. I want a picture of the...
Except just stop and wait for it. But it looks like we're on the move again, so no worries. They actually act kind of like nature's pruning shears out here on the savannah, trimming up the leaves on the bottom of the trees, and that helps let more light in so the grass will continue to spread and grow out here. And you'll see these Ankole cattle call their cattle the king's cattle because they're a sign of wealth and power among the tribesmen who have much dwarfed by the adults, so they can't get to the leaves on the bottom of the trees yet. They have to settle for what they can find on the ground or what their parents will allow. So thinks there could be some poachers out here in the reserve, so we'll definitely keep our eyes out for them. And this is Monkey Point right here on the left side, that rock formation, call it that, because there's a group actually get into that clay and eat some of it from time to time as a natural source of vitamins in their diet. An elephant right ahead here, guys. It looks like there's some babies out here too, and we're going to get a much better look as we round the bend here. So just hold on a second, I'll get you a good photo out here. Here we go. The elephants are out here today. See that both the male and the female African elephants have those ivory tusks, which are so highly valued. And it is the reason why they can be the targets of poaching from time to time, even in reserves like our own. Those are baby elephants right up there. Of course, they'll stay with their parents or their aunts and uncles for up to 15 years. They're very, very social animals. They form close-knit social bonds, and they'll stick together and watch out for each other. And that's the way it should be out here on the savannah. We'll keep moving here. We're going to be coming down to another watering hole here. Hope we don't get stuck down here. Is anybody willing to get out and push if we get stuck? Oh, all right, good, good.
Helen will.
You can see a couple more of those old baobab trees out here. We sometimes call them the upside-down tree. And it looks like there's a flock of greater flamingo right up here, too. These greater flamingos are the lightest in color of all the flamingo species out here. Their babies hatch out gray, though. You'll see some smaller gray birds with a little bit fluffier feathers. Those are the baby flamingos mixed right in there. The white rhinos are, of course, so rare to spot these days. They've been really hunted to near extinction in the wild due to the heavy poaching that sometimes goes on out here. It's great to see them out here today. Due to the conservation efforts of reserves like our own, they have been able to manage a little bit of a comeback.
They're under the trees.
So,
The white rhino actually get their name from the Afrikaans word wijd, which means wide. It refers to their front lip that's a lot wider than the black rhino we saw earlier. There's a baby up here too.
oh, look, a baby up there under
And
the
it's
tree.
well adapted for them to be grazing on grasses out here as they often do.
I see you at the junction. I suggest you go west. It will be worth it.
Alrighty, 10-4 Wilson. We'll head that way in just a little bit. I guess Wilson wants us to take a little detour up ahead here, so we're going to head west and we'll check it out. I can see a grand zebra up ahead here. Zebra right out here, folks. And if you look in the distance, you'll see a cheetah laying down right next to the tree there in the shade. The cheetah are, of course, the fastest land mammal, being clocked at speeds of 60 to 70 miles an hour across the open ground. You really got to look hard to see it. It's laying down way back in the distance under the shade tree there, just chilling out. Looks like it might be have its eye on the zebra down here. We'll keep on moving though here, guys. Inactive for about 18 to 20 hours a day, so it's really not uncommon to catch them laying down or resting like that. It's birds, but they make up for that fact with their tremendous land speed, getting up to about 40 miles an hour over the open ground. Nothing compared to the cheetah, but they can move right along if they want to.
There, you can still see the
Might be able to see the lion a little better from this side. Coming around the bend though, you're going to see some burrows dug right in the hillside here. Those are made by warthogs, and I see one of them laying down right out here. The warthogs use those burrows as a defense against predators. If they feel threatened, they can back into the burrow with their tusks facing out. A great way to... And there's a bontebok out here among the trees there. The bontebok, an example of an animal that was hunted to near extinction in the wild.
Timberman, there are poachers in the area. Can you help us cut them off?
All right, guys, what do you say? Should we go catch some poachers?
Get him.
All right, Wilson. All right, everybody, hang on back there. We're actually going to be exiting the reserve for just a minute here and see if we can't find out what these poachers are up to out here. And my money's on the fact that they're definitely up to no good, so just hang on tight. We're going to try to get to the bottom of this.
The poachers are heading in. Keep moving and you drive them back across. Over.
All right, copy that, Wilson. But just hold on back there. Well, guys, that sounds like poachers. We better keep moving here.
Right. I mean, we don't want her.
Wilson, we could be too late, though. It looks like the poachers' camp up here might be deserted.
Oh, not to worry. You drop them right into my patrol. The poachers ran, but they won't get far. We located the mother elephant. Thanks to you, they are now both safe. Okay, Sana.
Warden's Post, but I do want to thank you for coming out and helping to protect our wildlife out here on the reserve, and also for choosing to tour with Kilimanjaro Safaris, the #1 safari company in all of East Africa. And we invite you guys to come out and tour with us again, because as we like to say,